Wednesday in the NBA. It's the New Jersey Nets going up against the Philadelphia 76ers and their high-rising franchise swingman, Andre Iguodala. New Jersey, Philadelphia, coming up next.
And as every year passes, that guy right there, Andre Iguodala, has only gotten better with age. There he was, arriving earlier today. We've got the New Jersey Nets and the Philadelphia 76ers. Glad you could be with us for this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. So the Nets starting five. Anthony Morrow and Travis Outlaw on the wings. Brook Lopez is out there with Murphy and Harris. And for the 76ers, Evan Turner and Iguodala on the perimeter. Elton Brand is out there with Spencer Hawes and Holiday. Nets with only 3 wins against the Atlantic last season, Clark.
And to do that in a division that only sent Boston to the postseason, Kevin, is really just salt in the wound.
Let's go to our great sideline reporter, Doris Burke, for an update. Doris?
Well, Avery Johnson, the new head coach of the New Jersey Nets. The Nets, of course, had the worst record in the league last season, but Johnson remains optimistic for this team's future. He said, "We've got a lot of work ahead of us, but the sky's the limit. We have to get rid of the losing stench and losing mentality. I don't think it's about being overly optimistic. It's about having a positive outlook. Guys, we'll see how quickly they can turn things around here in the Garden State."
All right, thank you, Doris. With the Nets in their division, though, at least they know that they can get some games from the weaker division this season.
Yeah, and really, Kevin, after last season, I think they'll take all the wins they can get.
Here's Holiday. Philly finished 4th, Clark, in their division last year, but they did all right against their fellow Atlantic Division team.
Well, 7-9 against those teams in the...
And he slams it home. Here's the replay on the strike slam pin.
That was vicious. I mean, real vicious. He hung on the rim just to say, "You realize this is my basket, don't you?"
Yeah, that is a nice finishing touch, Clark.
You think he bent the rim there, Kevin?
I think he did, sure. Look at it. Since he declared for the draft, a lot of people, Clark, have been saying Evan Turner is the next Brandon Roy. Do you see that?
You know, I try to stay away from comparisons, but I can see where there are similarities. Both guys love to attack the rim and can score from mid-range. Both are very smart, savvy basketball players and have a real knack for putting the ball in the basket.
Goes up. It's blocked. So it's New Jersey now. Now Harris. Lopez backs in with the fadeaway. Can't hit. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. Here's Turner. And he's able to score the bucket. Foul called by the official. So 1 free throw for him right here. Thaddeus Young. He's checked in for Spencer Hawes. Evan Turner. Shooting. And no problem at the line here for the three-point play. Evan Turner is a marvel of modern medicine. Broken back in college, and he only missed 2 months.
Yeah, you know what, Kevin? Part of it is medicine, but I also think part of it was the back fracture. Where it happened allowed him to come back. And then he's also a tough kid. I mean, he's a guy who wants to play, he takes great care of himself, and as a result, he was able to come back from that injury in fine fashion.
And Doris Burke spoke with Doug Collins. Doris?
But, Kevin, they're really going to depend on their big men down low to set the tone for them defensively. He said, "We have guys in the paint that can really give them problems. We're counting on them for a few big rejections today. They want to send a message inside, Kevin."
Thanks, Doris. So defense is the key early on.
You know, it's not surprising, Kevin, when you think about the great team. So much of their game planning really starts at the defensive end of the floor.
Back to Brand. Now Turner throws it up. Rebounded by Devin Harris.
Well, he was wide open for a reason. The D was just begging for him to attempt that shot.
He dumps it off. Here's Lopez. Lopez throws it down hard.
Plays like that are what makes this league so great. He's a special player.
I don't care if you're a fan of another team. You have to admire someone, Clark, who can make those types of plays. Here's Holiday. And he makes the basket. So one free throw coming up as he'll try to make it a three-point play. And the 76ers with some changes. Hawes comes in for Elton Brand. And Lewis Williams subbed in for Evan Turner. Nice job at the line, and that one falls to pick up the and one. Clark, as you watched Drew Holiday last season, you could just see this young guy develop and improve as the season went on.
No question, 34% field goal percentage in November, went to 36 the next month, 40 in January, 46% he shot in February, and in March and April, he got it to 50% from the field. This kid has tremendous upside. He's got good size, and he's got a lot of game.
Now Young inside. The shot misses, and the Nets now go the other way. Well, Clark, the Nets won just 12 games last season. For a while, it looked like they might set a new record for the least wins in a single season.
They were headed down that road, Kevin, and that's got to be extremely trying for everybody. Coaches, players, fans, trainers. Next thing, we almost saw fans with bags over their heads there.
We did. And for the Nets, injuries early in the season helped derail their year.
Yeah, it's tough when you don't have your people healthy, and that's one of the unfortunate things about the NBA. You can really have a season disrupted when your players are injured and not able to perform.
New Jersey trailer. Wasn't careful with his position. He gets nailed with the backcourt violation. And the 76ers with some changes. Nocioni is checked in for Iguodala. And it's Turner in for Drew Holiday. Terrence Williams is checked in for the Nets. Farmar comes in for Devin Harris.
Hey, back door.
Here's Williams. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. And here is Hawes. Back to Williams. Hawes. Lopez covering. Now Young inside. Stolen away.
The interior D was lurking on that one.
Here's Farmar. Williams picks him up. Outside Williams. Lopez with the ball. He's against Hawes.
The defense couldn't close out on the mid-range J, and the shooter made him pay.
And here is Turner. He has 5. Leads him with the pass.
Boy, the turnovers are piling up pretty quickly here. We've seen them doing quite a bit of sloppy ball handling.
That's their third turnover in this quarter. And our first quarter of play over. Some good numbers on the board so far. 76ers lead by 2.
Well, they're in attack mode now, Kevin. Every time they get the ball, they're coming right at you, looking for contact, and looking for buckets right at the 10.
And we'll get back to the action right after this. And now the start of the second quarter. And so far, it's been a closely contested game. Here's Farmar. Williams and Iguodala in the backcourt. Nocioni out there with Maurice Spates and Brand. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter.
Philadelphia foul call. Andre Nocioni. First personal foul, team's first.
Here's Farmar. He's guarded by Williams. 5 to shoot. Kept alive. They shoot again. And in there for 2 as he lays it up and in. And it's all evened up at 12. Here's Williams. No points for him. Spates with it. Over Murphy. And Spates gets it to go.
Boy, he's got a nice touch from mid-range, Ken. His height makes it a tough shot to defend, too.
The 76ers just dreadful at home of all places last year.
No other way to describe that, Kevin. I mean, only a dozen wins all season. It's not a great way to pay it back to the fan base.
And now our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, has some info for us. Doris, take it away.
Kevin, last season they came in with high expectations, but it turned into a very disappointing one for the Philadelphia 76ers. They had the third worst record in the East, but they brought in an exciting new talent in Ohio State rookie Evan Turner, and their new coach Doug Collins said last year was the perfect storm. Everything that could go wrong went wrong with this group, and I just think that the guys are going to bounce back. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. And going back to their home performance of the 76ers, of all the cities where you want to play well at home, Philadelphia is one of those venues.
So those fans, they can flip on you quickly. I mean, they're passionate, they love their team, but if you're not going well, they are not afraid to let you know it vociferously.
Right. Farmar scooped up and unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. And the 76ers with possession. Back to Williams. Takes it up. Connects from in close. Williams has got his first 2 points.
That's exactly the way you practice it. Hit the open man for the great look.
And first time out of the game called for New Jersey. And some changes here for the 76ers. Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for Nocioni. Turner comes in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Holiday in for Lou Williams. The Nets making a switch here. Here's Harris. 2:51 left in the second. Guarded by Holiday. Outlaw up on top. Defended by Young. Tosses it up. And the Nets miss again.
He really needs to hit that consistently, or they'll just keep letting him shoot it.
Spates gets to Brand. Some solid defense from Harris. So it's New Jersey now, trailing by 2. Elton Brand, certainly in the prime of his career, an all-star caliber big man. But Clark, those days might be over. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree with you there, Kevin. I mean, he lost some explosiveness coming off of that Achilles injury a couple of years back. All of his numbers are down. He's a guy that still gives you solid production, but I don't know if, in fact, he can reach that all-star level that he showed earlier in his career.
And he makes the free throw. 14 wins in the conference for the 76ers last year. Not a great total.
Not at all. I mean, there's no way to say it other than that. And what's strange is they had 25 wins against the East the year before that. So just a sharp, sharp decline.
Let's go with a 3. Kept alive. Outlaw is whistled for the loose ball foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Spencer Hawes is checked in for the 76ers. Nocioni comes in for Maurice Spates. The Nets also changing it up. Favors comes in for Troy Murphy. And Quentin Ross subbed in for Anthony Morrow. The 76ers leading by 5. Clark talking about their decline. It has to be in part because of some of the injuries they've had.
I think so. I mean, injuries were certainly a part of it, Kevin, but they had to deal with that in 09 as well. I think they just weren't as effective getting up and down the court. They kind of slowed their pace a bit, and that took away from what they excelled at.
Shots good by Turner.
That's a good job of getting the ball down low like that. I mean, those are hard to stop from that range.
And here comes Harris. Dumps it off. Here's Outlaw. And the Nets miss again.
I get the feeling he's pressing here a bit. There's a fine line between being intense and focused and being aggressive and pressing. And right now, he's pressing and hasn't found his rhythm in this game.
Holiday against Harris. Lopez with the ball. 6 points for him. 3 on the clock. And again, no good by New Jersey.
He's really struggled to get into any kind of comfortable flow here. 0 points this quarter, and he really doesn't look like himself out there. Kevin, they're fighting extremely hard right here. Bit by bit, just trying to pull away.
Nets trailed by 9.
If they want to go 2 for 1, they'll have to speed it up.
Timeout called, the Nets. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Philadelphia. The Nets also changing it up. Metro's checked in. Here's Harris. Here's Ross. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. Here's Holiday. Devin Harris covering. Now Holiday. 4 on the shot clock. Takes a 3. Blocked. And that concludes the first half.
It's been a solid outing for Evan Turner. 10 points, and he's pulling down some big rebounds, too. What an opening half that was for him.
Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports.
Welcome to this Wednesday edition of the HP Halftime Report. Out in Philadelphia, the 76ers have the lead against the Nets. A defensive clinic right now on display. They've been disrupting everything. The leading scorer is Evan Turner. He's got 10 points. He's not missed many shots so far. Everything's falling. And giving it their all, the New Jersey Nets. They've played gritty D and have been hauling in the defensive rebounds. Certainly an impressive start by Brook Lopez. He has 6 points. He's also added a couple steals. Some great basketball in today's action from these two as they've led the way in scoring for their teams. Thanks so much for tuning in. Now let's get you back to the start of your third quarter. So long.